Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mama Kay here. And really quickly, um, today is the last day of National Library Week, but it's also the Drop Everything and Read today. It's the campaign that they've been doing now for several years, where it is an encouragement or a day of encouragement, I should say, folks doing something outside of their normal routine and just picking up a book and reading it. And this extends not only to the adults, but also to senior citizens and kids. Anybody of like mind that can read a book, hold a book, any capacity, it's encouraged that you all do so. So here's the thing. I wanted to hop on live because this is my first time ever using the live function on YouTube. But I wanted to come on because I feel like it's important for me to engage a little bit more on this platform, more than I have on any other platform that I have been a part of. And YouTube is still a landscape that I'm getting to know, but it's equally important that I give time with the message of always making sure that the community at large, and that's the book community, knows what's happening in real time and how it has an impact on the community. So, with that being said, with National Library Week coming to an end, there was a bill that was signed off on that is going to strip away federal funding from the National Library System, which typically also impacts museums that trickles down to at the state and local level. With that being said, I want to encourage you all, if you can today, to not only visit your libraries, but see where the need is and how that library can be helped, because it's really going to come down to the community as to whether or not the doors to our libraries continue to stay open. Because if they close, that is just a domino effect of everything else that's going to come into play. They're not going to stop there. They're going to go after the bookstores, the ones that, are independent sellers that sell books and they don't require, federal funding. But what they will do is write bills to challenge books that are being sold in the stores and make it 10 times harder for publishers to be able to publish those books to end up in stores and then go after the stores who sell them. Um, and then for those who are compliant, when all is said and done, the big brand, the platform, Amazon, is willing to comply. And in doing so, what it does is it takes away the abilities for people to be able to enjoy the books that they love to read. Because if they're banned books, they will no longer be available or accessible on a platform. Y'all see how far this rabbit hole can go? And so it doesn't just stop with the library. And I really do need for people to understand that as much as we would like to put our heads in our books and continuously read and leave the outside world outside, that is not possible. We have to be able to step up. We have to be able to do more than just read the books, buy the banned books. It's putting money in people's pockets, yes, but it does not protect our ability to have access to those books when all is said and done. And I'm more of a believer in access than anything else. The ability to buy anything is there. That is how capitalism works. But the access to the things that you want to spend your money on can be restricted. And that's exactly what the government is trying to do. And if they succeed, that is what will happen. I didn't want to come on here and preach to you all because I think at this point, if you've been paying attention, you understand what's happening. But I think it's vitally important that I lend my voice out there to the urgency of what needs to happen in order for us to continue to have access to the books that we love and the places that either sell them or allow us to borrow them. Um, it's hard for me being in this space and time right now because books is all I have ever known, with the exception of music. And I feel like those two are connected as well. which that's a whole nother video because I believe also that there's the potential of restricting access to certain music as well. But books have carried me for a very long time. Books allowed me to go on adventures that in person I never would. It opened doors. It introduced me to new worlds, new possibilities. There's just a host of things that comes with reading books that can be lost with this current administration. And I would be remiss if I didn't get on here and remind you all of what's at stake. So spend this last day of National Library Week doing something very revolutionary and support your libraries by any means necessary and resist. Take on the legislation and the laws that are impacting everybody's access to the very things that's supposed to give us not only hope, but knowledge. Y'all have an amazing day. Peace and blessings.
So here's the thing. I wanted to hop on live because this is my first time ever using